Today we're taking a look at two Aramid fiber cases from the guys over at Pitaka. We're going to take a look at a thinner case, a more minimalistic type of case, as well as a 360-degree full coverage type of protection. Now these are going to be the classic Aramid fiber look in 600D, but they have some colors and they have some even more protective cases. And just like the iPhone 17 Pro Max's new design and new style and new flair, Pitaka's actually updated their design, and I gotta give them credit for that because a lot of companies are just releasing the same old type of cases. But Pitaka's come out with some unique and different flares for their Aramid fiber cases. So we're going to talk about that in just a little bit. If you're interested in picking these up, I'll throw some links down in my description. Again, there's a whole bunch of different colors to choose from, so definitely check out those links. And while you're down there, leave a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, leave a comment, or even share this with some of your iPhone buddies. But let's go ahead and take a look at the two cases from Pitaka and show you what's new. We're going to start with the ultra slim case, and for those of you that are wondering just how slim it is, this is a 1mm thickness case, so they really should call this thinness and not thickness. 1mm is super thin, and it also weighs only about 22.3 grams. Now this year around on their slim case, they have something called a Pitaka Tap, and that's actually going to be the coverage for your camera button. And because this case is so slim, you can still get that Aramid fiber coverage and still maintain full access to that camera button. So I'm going to check out that Pitaka Tap in just a little bit as well. Of course, it's MagSafe compatible, so all of you that got MagSafe accessories, and if you don't, definitely check out a Qi 2 wireless charger because you're going to get the fastest wireless charging possible using a Qi 2 charger. So we're going to check that out with the Pitaka case as well. Now again, this is going to be for I'd say this is going to be for the minimalist out there, for someone who really takes care of their device and you want just a little bit of protection. You also just want a case that looks super fly, and you don't want bulk, you don't want thickness, you don't want weight, you just want a case that's going to protect you from that occasional uh-oh moment. And when I mention an uh-oh occasional moment, in the past I have dropped my phone with one of these cases from about 4 feet and it still survived. So we're talking about some protection, but let's not get too crazy. Let's not throw our phone against the wall and hope everything is okay. But if we take a look at the inside here, this is where you're going to get that MagSafe goodness. So this is going to be their all-new Mag Easy Case 7, and they've really updated their MagSafe ring, so we should get a very strong MagSafe connection there. And as you can see, guys, if we take a look at those weaves, all that 600D fiber goodness is right there, and you can still kind of see that MagSafe ring, so that just gives you an idea of just how thin this case is. But it's still very durable and strong thanks to that aerospace grade Aramid fiber there, and you do get that plateau coverage and a little Pitaka logo right on the side there. And there's what they call that Pitaka Tap right for that camera button. So you can see just how thin it is. And yes, it feels like real Aramid fiber. Let's go ahead and take a look at the coverage on their ultra slim case. Now a lot of you don't understand what it means to have a minimalist type of case. And this is exactly what it means. It means that you're getting just a tiny bit of protection. Now it looks like with the screen protector installed, and you can see as I get really up close and personal, this is not protecting my screen protector. If you don't have a screen protector, you're going to get very minimal front lip protection. So if we give you this 360 bird's eye tour here, you can see that my screen protector definitely is what's showing. You can see right here on the corner that you can see that screen protector glass. And the one and surefire way to test it out is on the table. And yep, I do feel my glass laying on that table there. So for those of you that like to lay your phone with the glass down, this might not be a case for you. Again, if you don't have a screen protector installed, you're going to get just a little bit more of that front lip protection. Now with these minimalist style cases, your buttons are always exposed just about 99% of the time. So you can see on both sides those buttons are exposed here. Now I'm pretty curious and interesting to check out this new Pitaka Tap. Oh man, that feels really nice. And I can still do the half presses. Let's go ahead and do a half press somewhere. You can see there I'm just doing that half press and I'm doing the slide. Let's do that half press again, or a full press just like that. So this button is very cool, and you can see that it's pretty much flush with the case here. Tiny bit indented, but pretty much flush with the case, and you still get that premium feel of Aramid fiber. It's all about the camera protection when it comes to these minimalist style cases. I always prefer more back camera protection than less, especially since you're sacrificing, let's call that sacrificing front lip protection. You want to ensure that when you lay your phone on the table, it's not going to scratch up. So with this case, guys, you can see that your camera lenses are just about covered, tiny bit higher than those camera lenses. And I have some other minimalist style cases that I'm going to test out, so check out my links down there below. But this again is Pitaka. They always make a premium kind of executive style case when it comes to these minimalist style cases, and this one is no exception. Now again, I personally like a little bit more back camera protection on these minimal cases. Let me know what you guys think about that as well. But overall, the feeling feels really nice and premium. This is not a slippery case at all. You would think it would be with Aramid fiber, but it's definitely not a slippery case. And I get a nice kung fu grip type of feeling when holding the ultra slim case here. Now again, cutouts on the bottom. Let's take a look at those cutouts. Perfect as you'd imagine. Now the last thing we want to check out is MagSafe. And yep, very strong MagSafe connection on the back here. Let's go ahead and test out their Qi 2 charger. Let's place it right on the back. And tell me that doesn't look nice. I think that looks super fly, and this is glow in the dark. Very strong connection. Yeah, I'm really liking this case for date night, or just when I want to feel a little bit fancy, when I don't want to have too many bulges in my pocket. This is definitely a case that I'd want to pick up. And I do have one of their Aramid fiber ring holders, ring stands on the back. And decent connection on the back, but it's not the MagSafe fault. It's actually this ring holder that's not as strong. You can see my silicone holder here is much stronger. And I always remind people that it's not only the case, it's also the accessory. Both of them have to have strong magnets. So on the back here, with the silicone case, you're getting a very strong connection. If we try Pitaka's own ring holder, it's decent, but it's not as strong. Now let's go ahead and open this up. They've actually included a little bit of an extra piece this year around to just allow you to set it up different ways and get different angles and different viewing angles and whatnot. It's going to work in landscape, it's going to work in portrait. So let's just go ahead and show you that. I actually like this ring holder. I think it looks pretty cool on the back here. Let's go ahead and put this back into place and switch this around just like so. Now let's go ahead and test out the snugness. All right, it doesn't seem all that snug, to be quite honest. That's kind of a little loose there. That side is a little loose as well. This side is a little loose as well. And the bottom right corner is a little loose as well, guys. See how easy it is to just pull off? Yep, pretty easy. So I think that is one downside, a pretty big downside if you ask me, to this slim case. Usually Pitaka is pretty legit, pretty tight on those corners there. Now sometimes they do include extra padding. So yep, they do include extra padding here if you do get a looser case. So guys, if you wanted to stick that on the back, you can get a little bit of a tighter connection. Just go ahead and plug this back in here. Again, in everyday life, this is not just going to fall off. It's not going to pop off in your pocket. But if you do drop it, this might be an area of concern. What I will say about this ultra slim case, if you are going to use this on the daily, you definitely want to use these stickers. And you can see here they tell you to place it on the back. Now I personally would like to see a much better form-fitting case. Let me know what you guys think about this slim fit. But for those of you out there that are saying, hey Jabber, I love that ultra slim look and style, but I just need a tiny bit more protection. I got you covered, don't worry about it. Well, Pitaka's got you covered with their Aramid ProGuard case. Now this one, once again, is going to give you 360-degree protection. You're also going to get that same Aramid fiber, woven Aramid fiber, aerospace grade material. This does have a camera button, impact absorbing technology, MagSafe goodness, and this one I believe is about 35 grams. So if this one's 22, it's about 10 grams heavier than the other case. Now I say heavy, these cases are definitely not heavy. So let's go ahead and take a look at this one. This one is going to be their ProGuard series. So this is a little bit of a mixture of TPU on the sides and that Aramid fiber right on the top there. So you are going to feel more of that TPU type of feeling versus the all Aramid type of feel with that ultra slim case. But for those of you that still want that premium in-hand feel but just need a little bit more protection, this is the case that I would definitely recommend here. So you do have a soft lining on the inside to help prevent your phone from getting all scratched up. And you do have a little bit of air shock technology to absorb those shocks if you do happen to drop it. So you can see on all those four corners, you get a little bit of air cushioning right on the inside. And you can see those four corners are beefed up just a little bit as well. And they also have a pretty cool magnetic woven wallet as well. So let's just go ahead and take this one out and take a look at it. So you're going to get all your Aramid fiber accessories from Pitaka. All of them are premium, high quality materials. This feels super, super nice. And this is a fabric-like Aramid fiber type of feel. It's kind of hard to explain. It does feel like Aramid fiber, but then again, it kind of feels like a fabric. It's kind of blowing my mind right now, but you have a little bit of a Pitaka branding right on the top there. Finger hole to push out your cards. So let's just go ahead and see. I got 2 cards here. I'd assume you'd be able to fit 3 cards in here. And when you want to pull them out, you can just go ahead and push them out just like that. Very cool looking. We're going to test out the MagSafe strength. This is going to be the ProGuard case from Pitaka. Now you can see on the corners as well, on the back side, they are raised just a tiny, tiny bit, and that's going to help protect the phone from getting scratched up and protect the case from getting scratched up as well. Now this year around, Pitaka has given us kind of this separation between the camera plateau and the actual case itself, and that's going to give you a little bit more of that shock absorption, a little bit more protection when it comes to protecting your phone from drops and whatnot. Now I actually think that looks pretty cool, but you can see there, it's just raised a little bit. And that's also going to help keep your phone pretty much flat on the table. It's not going to rock about, as you can see there. It's pretty much a nice sturdy grip on the table there. But I like that, once again, for the ultimate in protection. Now the back does feel like Aramid fiber. It does feel like Aramid fiber as well. And the sides, of course, are TPU, so you get that TPU type of feel. Now I like this case personally. I think it's a nice in-between from a ultimate fully Aramid fiber thin type of case to giving you a little bit more protection. Buttons are all covered. Nice feedback from these buttons. No issues with those buttons at all. And you do have this button cover as well. Now it's not going to be that Aramid fiber Pitaka tap like what's on the thinner case. It's just that TPU cover. And you still can do the middle taps, you still can do half taps. Works pretty much flawlessly. You're not getting that premium feel like you would if it was a fully Aramid fibered out cover there. Now taking a look at the front, speaking of the front lip protection, a lot more front lip protection on this case, as you can see. Very, very nicely done. I do not feel my screen protector getting scratched up on this one. So if we take a look at that, you can see that there. And you can also see that the case kind of is tapered a little bit. So you still maintain that thinner type of feel, awesome grip. TPU always gives you that Kung Fu grip. So yeah, this would be a case I would definitely recommend. This should definitely be my daily case. Very, very nicely done from Pitaka. Good feeling once again. Really, really awesome. And now if we take a look at the snugness test, very, very snug on your device. So the ProGuard here is really, really checking all of my boxes. All of my check marks are being checked. Let's check out MagSafe. Should be a strong MagSafe connection. Oh, just as strong as that other case. And let's test out. Yep, pretty much a strong connection. I actually like that combo quite nicely. And again, Qi charging on the back. That looks super fly. Very nice. Wireless charging, doing its thing. Qi charging 2.0. So this has been a look at some accessories, guys. I almost forgot the wallet. Let's take a look at the wallet there. So if you want all of your accessories to match, Pitaka has you covered. Good strong grip with this wallet as well. Very, very nice and strong grip. And it matches, it blends in perfectly well with this case here. Again, fingerprints on Aramid fiber are unavoidable. I keep it real on my channel. I'm not going to wipe it down every 2 minutes. But easy wipe down on your shirt gets rid of them. This has been a look at 2 cases from Pitaka, a more 360 Armor ProGuard case, and then another kind of ultra slim case from Pitaka, both Aramid fiber goodness. Just depends on what your daily needs are, just depends on what you think looks best. I appreciate you guys watching. Thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you in another video.